Welcome back, or welcome for the very first time to Worms and Warriors. We are back here with Grand Tactician The Civil War. We are heading into episode 14 of this playthrough. It's been a bit of an epic one, and it's been pretty good. If you followed the series along, I hope you've been enjoying it. And remember, as always, any liking of this video would be much appreciated. This is a tiny little channel, and likes on videos really help small channels like this grow. So it would be awesome if you would take a minute out of your time just to click that like button. Also, if you're new here, why not hit subscribe and follow the series along and join us for the next series. You might also have noticed I've dropped quite a lot of historical shorts at the moment. So I've been doing 60-second profiles of various generals of the Civil War. And I do have some other profiles as well. So we've done like Wellington and some others. And I plan to continue doing that because I'm enjoying making those shorts. So what I will do, I'm going to start making a Leaders in History shorts section. So I'm going to work on different kind of leaders. So the next one coming up will be Nelson. He might actually already be out by the time you watch this. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, why not check it out? If you're not, then obviously just come here for the gaming content, which is just fine. As always, these episodes drop on a Monday, and it is actually Monday as I'm recording this because I was mega busy at work last week. I had to do a bit of overtime and extra work, and I didn't have time to record the episode, which sucks a bit, but here we are. It is Monday morning as I'm recording this, and let's have a quick look at the overview here, the front lines. Still, this Union force down here is bugging me. We will have to deal with that. We've got a tiny little section here of blue in this section of Missouri where there are still some Union troops, which is, again, is really annoying. So hopefully Pemberton here manages to take Rolla. If he does so, we will move this little force up. It's like 3,000 men under Pemberton, and they're going to go up here, and they will join Cleburne at St. Louis. In the last episode, Van Dorn defeated this army of the West. It was a nice battle. If you missed it, do go back and check it out. Not too many people watched that episode. I don't know why. But it definitely tanked in terms of viewer numbers, which, again, is baffling. But then that is that YouTube algorithm all over. But anyway, if you missed it, go and check it out. I will apologise again for my voice. I've had just an endless amount of colds, one after another. And I'm currently battling a chest infection, which is just great. But anyway, that's just in case I sound a bit bunged up or whatever. That's the reason. So, this episode, what's the focus? We've done a lot of fighting here in the Missouri area. We've fought at St. Louis. We've fought at Rolla a couple of times. We've fought a few times at Springfield, up here at Pappinsville. And, you know, that's taken its toll on our troops over there. So, things are stalled a little, I guess. We need to take Rolla. That's the main thing. And Van Dorn will have to stay at Springfield for now, get his readiness back, and then we'll have to decide what we're doing there. We're putting together this little Far West Expeditionary Corps, I've called it. That's going to head off into Kansas. Only 2,000 men. But if I can draw some of these troops away that are stationed up here in northwest Missouri, that would be really nice. So we can go rampaging through Kansas. That would be awesome. Maybe even up into Nebraska territory or down here, causing some trouble. Wherever we need to go, we'll try and do that. It's not a massive force. It's pretty small, but, you know, and they're still coming in as well. So it's basically one little cavalry division. We've got Ripley with some guns there. We've got a 1,200-man brigade coming in, cavalry. And then I'm transferring a couple of these regiments from other places who are coming in here, and they're going to join Price's Expeditionary Force. I'm not sure if we're going to have some infantry to do that. We've got nobody really to put in there at the moment, so things are a bit tight. We've got the Army of Kentucky still wintering here at Louisville. We've got Albert Sidney Johnston with his headquarters over here. He's got these 3 corps. He's got the Reserve Corps here under Chalmers, which is still kind of forming. We've got the force here, the Army of the Upper Mississippi, which is under Cleburne. 18,600 of those guys, but they are suffering with a little bit low supply. And then the Army of Kentucky is tiny. It's only 8,000 men. Then shifting our focus to the east, we are poised to strike at Alexandria. However, it's the 4th of January. Our readiness is not good. As you can see here, we've got this red circle, meaning they're not ready to move at all. The 2nd Corps is yellow, and Magruder's 3rd Corps there is amber, so they're not quite ready. They're going to need a week or two to rest up and get their readiness back. And then the plan is to push on Alexandria and hopefully push the Federals out of Virginia here. We already pushed the West Virginia militia under McClellan. We pushed them out of the valley, which is nice, and that led me to bring Magruder away from Beverly, which possibly was a mistake, but I needed all 3 corps up here. because I want to strike Alexandria and I want to march into Washington if that's possible. We'll see where that takes us, but that's where we are at the moment. We've got a small force down here, the Department of Richmond, like 11,000 men, but they're not all in. We've got the 1st Reserve Corps here under Wofford, which is going to be 4,500 men, and we've got the 2nd Reserve Corps under Clark, which is going to be 6,700 men. So this is like our kind of last-ditch defence. We've also got the guys at Fort Barnes, 2,377 men with 20 guns. So that is a decent little defensive force there, I feel. However, you know, it's tricky. But we'll have to use these 3 corps, and we want to smash the Federals here and maybe march into Washington. I'm not sure if that's where we're going yet, but it's possible. It's January the 4th, 1862, and I'm going to press play here. So I'm going to keep an eye on this readiness. I want this to go up a bit, but it is the depth of winter, the middle of winter, so like it's tricky. Conditions are tricky, and you know it's one of them things you have to balance. Possibly once the guys are in Clark's Corps, 6,700 of them, I might send them down here to take on Fort Monroe. Again, it doesn't really matter if we do it or not. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. Who's pursuing who? Did we withdraw? I can't remember how the last episode ended, now that I'm thinking about it. But we do see some other troops up here. Like, when we zoom out, we can see the Army of Occupation is around. So that's probably who's taken Beverly, which means that Western Virginia might well become the state of West Virginia, which could be an issue. It'll give the Union a bit more national morale. Their national morale is currently on 49, so it's not great. I was 97, but they have suffered quite a lot of casualties and defeats. We need this fight at Rolla to hurry up and sort itself out, and I need Cleburne to get some more ammunition. He's only got 19% artillery ammunition, so I've set this to green, so we want plenty of it to come up here. 55% chance of victory at Fort Griffin, so hopefully they can do this. That would be nice if they can get that done sometime in the not too distant future. Yeah, so I remember now we came into contact with them with Magruder's Corps, and we pulled them back a little, because Magruder's Corps would have been in the field by themselves for a substantial amount of time, and that would have been no good. Magruder's Corps is pretty green, and they haven't really saw much combat apart from a couple of their little brigades, so that is something we need to bear in mind. Weapons is an issue. We haven't really got anything decent to hand out. A few hundred rifles. No muskets even. No, not good at all. We've got something available, but I think it's just suppressed population. I don't really want to do that. I would be quite content to see out the winter, if I'm being perfectly honest. Without another battle. Finances not looking great. We are working on the Tariff Act, which is 6.1 days away. Next, we're going to work on Militia Act 3 to hopefully get us some more volunteers. Just moving time on a few days. They're not really drawing more rifle ammunition, which is a real problem here. Artillery ammunition, I mean. 22%. It could be worse, and they've still got the skull and crossbones sign there, which again is not great. Poor weather, low ammunition. It is the 7th of January, so time's moved on about 3 days. Let's just have a look at the readiness. The first goes back up to amber at least, so we can start thinking about moving. I mean, when they're yellow, I think we'll move up. Unless something happens elsewhere, of course. BBB plus for our finances, not great. When somebody's on the move. It is the Army of the Mississippi, okay. 25% rifle ammunition. And they're still fighting here as well. Artillery ammunition, we've got 470 in Rolla. I mean, somehow we control this, but why are they not getting shipped up here? I don't understand. If we control that, they should be going up there to the army. Of course, the Army of the Mississippi should have nothing either. They've been down here. out of supply for weeks. Artillery reform means we're going to have bigger batteries, but I don't want that one just yet. It's quite handy being able to make the small batteries at the minute, to be honest. I mean, we could push up here into Indianapolis, maybe, but it's the middle of winter. I really don't want to move these guys if I can help it. The Union's massing troops here. I'm going to move the New Orleans squadron up towards St. Louis. I don't know if it makes any difference having them there, but it can't harm, surely. Yeah, they're coming for a fight. Okay, it's wall again. I mean, so these guys, they shouldn't have any ammunition or any supplies. They should be at poor morale. But I bet they're not. Anyway, we'll take it to the fight. We'll fight these guys in the field, of course. Numbers are pretty even. Let's do it. Cleburne again in the field. January the 10th, 1862, and back for another battle at St. Louis. Question is, once this battle's over, what do we do? Do we pull out of St. Louis? We've got no supplies up here, so if another army comes at us, we've got no rifle ammunition. Artillery ammunition. Okay, defensive scenario again. We're fighting at Hoedown Bridges. Nice. The Union is coming in from this top northeastern corner, Apostle Hill. I'll set our guys up and then cut back in. Okay, so I've gone for this kind of setup here. We've got Forney and Frost's brigades watching our left flank. Robertson's kind of here on this fence line. We've used this the fencing that was already here as a defensive position. We've built some breastworks here. Now we'll get our guys constructing some breastworks along this way. And we'll see what the Union does. I've got the cavalry kind of dispersed and the artillery dispersed as well. Let's see what happens here. Let's get going. Let's press play. We're fighting in the middle of the night as well. It's almost it's 0:22, so almost midnight. Battle starting. Let's get constructing. A few viewer units present here. Let's just go through them. Greenbow Raiders from Alabama. Frost Brigade. Pressburger Foot Hussars. Who else we got? Tennessee Hog Drivers. The Baton Rouge Boys. Cazadores Espanol. East Tennessee Legion, who should be constructing this thing, but aren't. We've got the Bayou Bushwhackers, the Mississippi Volunteers, the 1st Pulaski Battery, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So a few units in here, which is always nice to see. So constructing, as somebody mentioned in the comments, also gives experience, which obviously is handy. Yeah, I suspect the Union are going to come down from just this main road. I mean, there's no way they can get on our right flank, but I suspect they might try and swing around this way. Or they could come over this bridge, of course, and over the river. But then again, I know the river doesn't seem to be frozen. I was going to say last time the river ended up being frozen, and they just walked over it, which was a bit of a problem. So actually, I'm also going to dismount this cavalry, and they can build some defenses here. If they'll do it. They are doing it. Excellent. I think most of these guys have seen combat. I don't think it's anyone's first fight. Just speeding things up a little bit. I'm going to send some skirmishers out from Grimwolf just to get us a look at anything coming up. Just position them up on this fence. We can see Union movement here. So they are. It looks like they are coming straight down that road. Decent field of fire for our guns for a change. Musket armed troops on our left flank. Mississippi rifles for Grimwolf guys. Can't see them yet, other than the smoke, the dust they're kicking up. I've got our cavalry dotted around mostly to give support because it increases morale a little bit. So you see, you get this friendly cavalry nearby. It gives a little morale boost. That's not to say the cavalry won't be doing some fighting if needed, because they will be. Same as if there's no threat over this river, Kershaw's cavalry will move up and they'll join the action. Let's see if we can discern where these guys are going. I think they're just going to come straight down. Just repositioning the Baton Rouge boys over here, because if they do press down this road, then obviously we're going to get quite a lot of action over here rather than this central bit. And we've also got the Mississippi Volunteers who could plug this gap if need be. Looks like quite a lot of Union troops on the march. And we are still constructing, but they're almost done. Nice. Okay. So they are coming down the road. Just going to reposition these skirmishers a little closer to the road. Hopefully we can give them some long-range fire from these Mississippi rifles, which have a 500-yard range. We've got Hubert's brigade here with the Plains rifles, which also have decent range, 400 yards on them. And then, of course, Grimwolf's boys here with their 25. With a 500-yard range. I'm just going to move them a little closer this way to the left. We can actually see some troops now. Yeah, nice. Ammunition-wise, I don't know if that's impacted on here, because it seems like we've got the usual amount. I'm sure that's normally what it says, 48, 64, and 16. I could be mistaken, of course. It's one of those little details that I don't always remember. Yeah, let's see if we can slow them down a little bit. Our artillery has opened up. Again, that's nice to see. These are the Parrott rifles. 12-pound field gun. Not in range yet. We'll let them come. Maybe I'll move them up to here, actually. Let's see if we can get a bit better fire going. Actually, no, I won't. I'll move them just a little bit, because that would block their line of sight then, I think. Yep, the skirmishers have given them a little pause for thought, which is just fine. Robertson's got a bit of a feud going with McCullough, not sure why. So their column stretches out for miles here. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, it's quite a small fight with 18,000 men involved on both sides. Oh, he's brought his skirmishers forward. Nice. Oh, that's not plus 20. Thought it was going a bit quick. Yes, there's a couple of sets of skirmishers there. We'll have to pull Grimwolf out. Let's get them back. Get some more skirmishers off into these woods. They are spreading out a little bit. I don't know if they're just forming a battle line or if they are planning on going around this way. We'll keep Kershaw in place down here, just in case. He's in Forrest's division. Morris's brigade coming forward. And Grimwolf's detachment is coming back. They took 9 casualties. Almost in range of our long-range rifles. There they are, opening up. Excellent. So they will hopefully take a bunch of casualties before they can even get in range. We've got our skirmishers moving in on both flanks as well. That should give them something else to think about. Taking heavy casualties, 45 already. Now in range of Hubert's brigade. I don't know how you say that. So they've turned on the skirmishers, which, you know, that's okay. The skirmishers can take that fire. 100 casualties for them already. I'm sure everybody knows, but just in case you don't, skirmishers means it's like it's a company of troops, or a couple of companies that might come out from the brigade, or even a battalion that is in loose order and fires at the enemy. I'm sure everybody knows that, but I thought I would mention it just in case you don't. It's always a possibility. Let's get some more skirmishers going out. Actually, yeah, they're quite effective, these guys, especially when they are rifle armed, which sadly these guys aren't. So they are taking some heavy fire. Look at this dust kicked up and smoke kicked up. They have taken heavy casualties. Taking casualties from our artillery. They've taken casualties from our infantry fire, from the skirmishers. They're in a hell of a place here, and they haven't really managed to get off much in the way of shots at all. A couple of volleys at Roberts and skirmishers, but that didn't do much. They are spreading themselves into a battle line though. And this brigade's almost upon our skirmishers, but yeah, I'm going to keep them in place. Can see some cavalry on the march as well. It's like a shooting gallery, and they are off. We've got a couple of brigades coming down through these woods, but we do have defenders in place. I feel okay about that. Our skirmishers have stopped these guys as well. Let's just change the facing. Let's get the skirmishers from the Mississippi Volunteers out as well. See if we can cause some more havoc. We'll get the East Tennessee Legion's guys out as well. In fact, if it becomes appropriate, the East Tennessee Legion, I'll march up and they will swing around into the flank. So taking heavy artillery fire again, which must be damaging their morale, I'm sure. Cavalry coming up. Parrots. I would like the parrots to do counter battery fire, but you know, can't have it all. We've got Forney's detachment now engaged with the cavalry. Just keeping half an eye on our flank here. Yeah, the Federals are coming down in force now. The skirmish will be pushed away soon. Taking quite heavy casualties here in Frost detachment. Same out here in the open. The whole brigade's turned on them that way. Okay, it's a bit disappointing. I was hoping to get these into their flank, but, you know, can't have it all. Let's get 4 of these boys out of there. Same with Frost. Let's get them out. Probably too late. Robertson's men are stable, but they have lost 11 men. Let's get them out of there. Back to the Pressburger Brigade. I think they did a pretty good job there holding these guys up and causing some casualties and issues. Same on our right flank here. We're doing a nice job holding them up and causing them problems. In range of our main brigades here now. So the Tennessee Hog Drivers have opened up. And Hubert's brigade will open up any moment now. Guns are firing nicely still. Causing casualties, causing problems. Back. Here we go. Come on, Pressburgers. Yeah, dropping. That's Frost's first battle. Not sure what this is doing. Trying to move these guys out here. There's no fence there as far as I can tell. It's totally knackered. That is infuriating. I don't understand what's going on here. It's really annoying. Essentially making this brigade useless. Driven off this attack. And again, for anybody who doubts it, here's the Confederate battle flag again. That guy in the comments annoyed me last time when he said, oh, the developers of this game are cowards because they don't put the flag in. The flag's all over this game. And not just the battle flag, they've got the Confederate national flag as well. I don't understand what's happened here. It's really... Oh, maybe it's fixed now. I don't think so. Well, I don't know. They are trying something new. Either they're trying a new probe somewhere else, or they are, you know, pushing somewhere else. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, they're going to try and come around our flank. Okay. This brigade is just, it's stuck as though it's on a fence, but it's not. Well, they're going to push here again, and they're sending some troops around the flank, I think so. Let's just see what happens here. Whoa, what on earth are those guys doing there? You get back behind the line, you idiot. Morris's brigade away again. Nice. Let's get some skirmishers out, harass these guns. That first brigade's reformed again. Is that Morris? Cooper? Ah, there go those guns. Nice. Let's get the skirmishers in. Let's see if we can send Frost's guys out to pick up some of these guns that we just disabled. Whoever the heck they are now. Oh, just gonna slow it down because we've got troops marching on us. Let's get ourselves back down this way. Coming for some more punishment again. Can't see those federal guns that we dispersed, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. There they go. They've had enough again. Here comes some more cavalry. The first cavalry already took 15 casualties. I'm not sure what he's doing here. Is he going over the river? Is he just coming around? I really don't know. Either way, I've moved Scurry across this way with his Mississippi's. If need be, he'll face this attack from that way. But I don't know what these guys are doing. I suspect the AI is just shafting me somehow. I'm going to move the East Tennessee Legion across. Yeah, I don't understand this. I don't know what they're doing. I suspect they're going to come into contact with somebody and then just run away. So I will actually move them to the rear because they're pointless there. Here comes another attack. Big wave of Union attackers coming here. Over 4,000 men. Morris's brigade's formed up again and it's coming again. And it's fallen on the Pressburgers, who are suffering quite a bit here. Are the Greenbow boys ready? Are they feeling up to it? Let's move them up. I don't know what the heck this is going on here. Look at this. The East Tennessee Legion arriving on the flank should be causing these guys a lot of concern. Quite a lot of red-clad corpses here from the Pressburgers. 466 casualties for those boys. Nice. Frostmen flashing here, but I think we'll be okay. Very heavy fighting on this flank. Vesperga's marching out, they are flashing. Usually not a good sign. Had a tough fight. See what the hell these guys are doing. Keep pressing, boys, let's do it. Double time. Let's go. Come on, Mississippi Volunteers. Run to it. Excellent. Keep up the pressure. Press forward. I want to unleash this cavalry, see if we can take them out. There they go. Ah, these guys are knackered again. Okay, we are driving them. Clanton low on shells, yeah, I believe it. Surprised it lasted this long. Excellent. They are retreating, okay, nice. Oh, sure. Nice bit of rear guard action from them. What is going on? Why would you march up there? Oh, God. We lost 2,000 men. They lost 3,900. Okay. Minor victory. It was a decent fight. Hopefully we at least captured some decent equipment here. That would be nice. And we really need to reinforce Cleburne up there. Major Pillow has become famous. A little different from history. Kershaw's fallen into disgrace. It's because he charged in at the end there, because I told him to. There's no way he should have fallen into disgrace. There's also no way I should have sent him in there, which was stupid. Sometimes when you have it on the times 20, which you shouldn't really do, you miss things. Captured 2,258 rifles and 5 guns, so not much. Problem is, we've got no ammunition. Like, we really need to get some artillery ammunition in here and some rifle ammunition now, down to 73%. Let's get some stuff into the St. Louis Armory. Let's get it done. Because there's now... we're going to be facing more troops. We've got the Army of Indiana up here, 18,000 men. The Army of the Tennessee with 4,900 men. They're going to push us out of St. Louis pretty soon. These guys are still waiting on their recruits coming in. So, you know, there's not really anybody that can move in there. These guys are still fighting at this fort, which is just taking them forever. Even though there's 50 men in that fort, so really that should be nothing. The east, we're still waiting on our readiness to come up, so that's kind of going to be the next push. We'll be pushing into Alexandria. We're trying to hold on to St. Louis. I've got nobody to move in there. It's really quite frustrating. Do we push up into Indiana? Maybe take Indianapolis? Not sure. Not sure. Let's have a quick look at the weapons. Yeah. We captured muskets, 2,000 muskets, that's it. However, at least we can give those muskets to Frost, I guess, who was still armed with mixed muskets. There we go. Springfield muskets for those boys, so at least they've got them. Still no perks for any of the units. It takes a long time for them to go up. But anyway, that was a decent little episode. It was a nice fight at St. Louis again. A victory, but we are in a bit of a pickle. We definitely need to get some ammunition. We need to get some supplies up here. 0% for artillery ammunition, which, you know, that is a definite problem. Even down here, we're down to 79% rifle and 94% artillery ammunition. And we should have plenty of supply down here, really, because of this depot. There's lots of artillery ammunition here. Forage. Artillery pieces. We've got a bit of everything in here. Small arms, ammunition, uniforms. They really need to start sending that further up the line. I have made this one green, so it's a priority. This one, we've got plenty here as well. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get some gear shipped up there. And yeah. And remember, if you are new here, why not hit that subscribe button, follow the series along, join us for whatever's coming up next, and follow the historical content if you're into that kind of thing. We'll hopefully see you in the next episode. I hope you're having a great day, whatever you're doing, and I'll catch you later. Ta-ra for now.